It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up next, it's a cross-conference showdown. It's the New York Giants and the Cleveland Browns on Sunday night.
It's the city of rock and roll, and this place sure is rocking as they await the start of this one. We're here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other from the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Justin Hopkins out, ready to send this away. And off we go from Cleveland. Gray now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. They'll be led out by this promising young signal caller, already a starter in his first season out of Ole Miss.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
Jukes one defender, and that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Going to the ground again on first. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Man in motion, headed right. Here's 2nd and 11. Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And the Giants will have a first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. He finds Slayton. And this one does not go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Putting a receiver in motion. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got it on the slant. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Goal to go. They're passing. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Giants finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established and into top gear right here early on.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away. Here's DeAndre Carter with the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And amidst the veterans, it's this rookie quarterback leading them out.
I know quarterbacks of this ilk sure excite their teammates. They love to see his explosion and that speed come to life. I also know this, Kate, that defensive coordinator on the other side, he did not sleep good all week long, knowing he could do everything right, have the right call. But that QB speed is a difference maker.
And that's good for a gain of 5. He was brought down by Roy Robertson Harris. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They bring Tillman in motion. They give it to him again. And he'll take this up to around the 29-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. This is caught inside the 15. So it came at a painful cost to the QB, but on top of a hefty gain, going to move it half the distance to the goal for roughing the passer. They'll run here following the penalty. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Design bootleg here. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. He's going to throw this one. And he's got it! Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns finish off their opening drive. Jaxson with the touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns start off well to tie things 7-7. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Gray now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Gets this to Slayton. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's the lone back on the handoff. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Back to the well again. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Connects with Slayton. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Back to throw. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now. From the 24. Connects with Johnson. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Giants. Throwing from the gun here. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Quick slant complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. Two men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants take a second quarter lead. Right on the edge of the goal line for first and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a first down pass play can and certainly was effective.
Gano for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7. Gano ready to send this away. Starting at the 10. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the second time. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that gives the Browns a first.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
On first down, they'll run. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 47. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Juke the defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
They'll come up first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one's going to come to a stop down at the 13-yard line. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Back-to-back carries here. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up first and goal.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Deonte Banks.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
The Giants returning their offense and this running back to the field. They have played lights out on offense, scored their first 2 times out, Brock. A chance to go 3 for 3 and grow that lead here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They'll throw it. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed to his running back. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Finds his target, Robinson. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
2nd and 10 now. Gets this to Johnson. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. The Giants looking to add to their advantage. Browns in a dime set, 3rd down coming, trying to lock up those passing lanes. They'll try and throw it here. He finds Jaxson. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
He'll throw it yet again. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 19. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They motion the tight end over. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They are throwing it again. And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Giants grow their lead just before halftime. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. 3-touchdown game for the rookie. That's pretty good in your debut season, Brock. But then you look at the clock and you see, oh, wait, we still have a whole half of football to play.
Yes, when some of that psychology comes into play, don't just be satisfied. You can look at it one of 2 ways. I'm satisfied with what I've done, or you look at it and go, I got another half. I can throw 3 more of these babies.
Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants double their lead to 14. Gano ready to send this away. Return starts at the 9. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Browns going on offense here, very late in the half. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Setting up the running back screen. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. He was brought down by Roy Robertson Harris. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He'll get this to Tillman. This is ahead for about 5. Brought to a halt by Deontay Banks. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. He puts some power on a deep one left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Throwing now, off play action. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They go play action here. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
The Browns looking to punt on fourth down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. No return on that punt. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. First down, and they go right back to him. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. We're through two here with the Giants overcoming home field advantage. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Gano ready to send this away. To return, Jerome Ford. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Browns have the football first to start the third, and here comes their offense. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets him around 6 there. Micah McFadden able to make the play. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Boy, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
From the gun on third down. That's the first down, and he's still going. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 38 out of the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. Another carry for him. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that gives the Browns a first.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
And he's able to push this down to the 12. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Ford does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and goal. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
The Giants are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
As an offense in these situations, Kate, you could feel your own goal line, and you're not going to risk putting the ball in the air. So that means you're going to run it, and you're going to buy whatever breathing room you can.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Right up the gut. He's got a gain of 6 there. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
Kate, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Got a man. Robinson has it. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. Connects with Johnson. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 31. Throwing the out route complete. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. They're going play action. Hits his running back. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And they bring him down around the 34. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing off the play fake here. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Now on 2nd and 10. Completed over the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
5 men in the secondary for the Browns. 3rd down coming. Throwing now from the gun. Has it in close. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Hand off to the back. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Another chance for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give them a couple on the run, and they'll need the same here. 3rd and goal at the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Giants have likely locked up the win right there. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants stretch their lead to 21. Gano ready to send this away. Here's Ford on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And a man is there to knock that away.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Pass play now. Short pass brought in. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down. They'll throw it again. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
He'll throw it yet again. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Textbook hitch route. Hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 39. A throw left side finds Johnson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
You know, that is such a bummer because as a quarterback, gosh, you got to give your receiver enough space and enough real estate to make that catch in bounds. That was off just enough to carry the receiver to the sideline before he could establish possession.
Second and 10 now. That one's cut along the left sideline. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
They motion the slot man right. They'll run here on first down. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Offense up to the line fast. Throwing on 2nd and 8. This one's caught. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Shotgun now on 3rd down. And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns get it back to within 2 possessions. David Njoku, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
On his Hopkins for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns get it back to a 14-point game. Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. I think the Browns got that one back. They did! Well, Brock, you can't blame him with how tough it is to recover an onside kick anymore, but he did hit it before it went 10 yards, so they had to throw the flag. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Blown back, gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Back to the well again. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. Call it about 70 yards on that run. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 4. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Giants feeling good with a 14-point advantage. And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tracy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They give it to him again. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. It goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
2nd down. Probably going to see him kneel it again here. They'll send him up the middle. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Just 2 yards there on 2nd and goal, and still a ways to go now on 3rd.
Well, you're getting a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the visiting Giants. Well, as they celebrate to the boos of the home crowd, I'm sure you're having flashbacks, buddy. It's got to be music to their ears hearing those fans voice their displeasure.
It is so sweet, Kate, when you win on the road for a couple reasons. Yeah, I do remember. I remember silencing those road crowds. There's no better feeling than to hear, those boos and those cheers and all that noise just silenced because you beat them in their building. You know the other great sound? The plane ride home. Those are some of the greatest memories you have to celebrate that road victory and a whole road trip home to take it all in.